All right. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever it may be to you, and welcome to the Anarchy Live London session. Today we are going to be checking out, trying to make some decent money. We actually yesterday was a great day for us. We actually did pretty well, picked up 1.1% or something like that. And so really excited to see how today's going. We had a bit of a drawdown last month, and so last week, and so the fact that we now have been made that back up and we're positive is good because I was starting to feel a little bit down, a little bit depressed about that. But the fact remains, uh, it's all part of the process, right? I don't know where my headphones are, but I guess it doesn't matter. So let's see what's going on. The market's just open, but as I said, we don't really trade the market open anyways. So let's first of all stop, and I got a new microphone, by the way. So hopefully within the next few days, you guys will have way better audio. I know got a Wave 3, very excited for podcasting, and got some curtains for the windows. So we're going to be making some improvements here. So really looking forward to that over the next few days here, improving our stream quality, etc. So, news today, unemployment claims for US. I mean, just been tons of news for the US, right, for the last few days, but nothing really for our trading time here. So we don't really need to worry about anything there. That's great. Let's go look at my FX book. I just like to be transparent with you guys how my trading is going so you can see how each day is going. So as you'll see, we're up now 0.19% on this account, but we went from, yeah, down minus 0.23 to up 9.1. So it was a great day yesterday. This week has been a great week, 2.5% for us. So we'll see how that goes today. And again, killing it on US 30 and just can't catch a break on DAX right now. But anyway, doesn't really matter. So we're up a little bit. We're going to see if we can keep that going. But we've had four, yeah, so we went one. So we hear one, two, three. We've had like three positive days in a row, maybe four positive days. Let's check. Three positive days in a row there. 113 yesterday, 59.74. So we've had three positive days. So let's see if we can make it four and keep it going. So without further ado, let's get our charts open. I'm going to duplicate that now so that here in a few minutes we'll be able to do that. And then let's switch over to the daily. Let's check our chart. Still, okay. It's still, we're not going to use that today though. We're going to move there. DAX CFD December 2023. Should be fine to trade. So we're going to pepper spray not working right now. So we're just going to use these. So DAX, let's start with DAX since it is market open. So horizontal line, just still going up. Unbelievable. So we're going to do purple. We're going to do purple for our high and low of day. Now, where could price go? I'd say a very realistic target, like it's kind of right here already. So, but if it goes above that, then we're talking up there. And if it one goes past that, then somewhere like, you know, all the way up there, or we could just say, somewhere where that gets this wick, this body, etc. So if it comes down, where could we go? Definitely there, this wick, plus it was the low of yesterday, or at least the open of yesterday. And if it keeps going, somewhere like here. So that kind of gives us our targets for today. We don't need to go much more. Let's look at the hourly, see if we could. Yeah, those lines already add up pretty nicely. So let's go see. Big push here. Again, stupid thing with the hour. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Hourly support. More hourly support. And then let's look at it on the 5 minutes. Just an absolutely humdinger of a candle here on market open. Still got about 18 seconds left on the first candle. So we can get a retracement down to here or something. Maybe we can get back on and go long. But right now, there's really just no opportunity to do that. And there's really nowhere to put a higher target. So, yep, we're just gonna have to be patient on this one. But yeah, definitely a serious, it's been just flying here, just serious uptrend over the last few days. So let's see where we go. Let's go use 30. Use 30 a little bit choppier, so maybe we can actually get a little bit better. So we're at high of day right now. Again, we're just in low of day, and then if it goes higher, got high of yesterday, and if it keeps going, I've got high of whatever day that was. Open of yesterday, low of yesterday, and then there's just that crazy candle, which somewhere like there. If it keeps falling, like I do think we're going to be due for a retracement at some point, so we can start putting some targets on there in case. Now, this is nice, pretty nice, because we've got obvious hourly support there.
Hey, the guy is here.
Okay. Does he need anything?
No.
All right. Just all right, cool. Just tell Dow she needs money or anything or whatever. Let me know. So resistant, hourly resistance, and then if it keeps going above that, then we're going to take a look up here, right? So, okay. So there's that. So now let's go down to the 5 minute and see what we have. See if we can dissect this a little bit more. So we can make that smaller. And this is a big gap. So we could say, to me, let's see, somewhere like right here where the 200 is, we could put this as support. If it came down below this, then we could look to short it down to there. Could go a little tighter, but it could just come down here and then go back up. So I'd like to see it come down here first. Midway point for this trade, if it kept going, we could have this as kind of like this wick as an initial target. This is a little wide, so let's make it a bit narrow. So we're dropping, haven't closed above equal highs, so would not expect, would surprise me if this comes down. Let's see over the next few minutes, perhaps we can pivot around and keep pushing out of here, and there's definitely plenty of room. So let's go split screen, Dow on one, DAX on the other. DAX is flying. US 30 just chopping. It's been chopping a lot recently, I feel, but we've still been making money off of it. So Dow, like, yeah, it'd be nice to get in, but this is Doji, has not made a new higher high. It came down a little bit, but it's just sitting here, has not made a new higher high, kind of lost momentum. So we're just going to keep waiting. Again, market just opened. There's going to be plenty of time for us to look to get in, and if we don't today, that's fine too. But yeah, we're highs right now for DAX, so I'm kind of leery. If we can get a kind of a push up here with Dow and then come back down and then get up, that would be nice. In the meantime, let's get this one switched over to 15 minutes. Yeah, it's a big 15-minute candle. Switch that to the other side. So tempting to get in right now. It is, because now we flip green, but we haven't been able to break this high, right? So we still have tweezer tops. We have not been able to break this high. We're trying now, but we've been rejected here a couple times, especially looking at the one. Check it out. Came up, big down. Went up, big down. Came back up, big down. So let's just be patient here. We could pop, but if we pop, then we wait for retracement and then we get in. But otherwise, this could have been fake out to the top, and then we start shooting back down, and then we try to get in for a short. And I'm probably going to be impatient, like look for one, like let's move it up somewhere like right there, right? Could even if it breaks there, because that's kind of support we have. We could go under here, but yeah. Anyway, let's wait and see. So there we go, right? See, tempting to want to get in when that flips green, but it had not made a new higher high. If it had, then we could be considering getting in, but it was just chopping, so we don't want to get in on that. Dropping nicely now. So now let's see if we're just going to pick up and then keep going long, or if we're going to come down and start looking for shorts. DAX definitely fired up. but it's just way too high. Like again, we would be expecting it to retrace. So if we can get a retracement down to, let's see, honestly, the ninth, if we see a retracement down here, we could and then we get some momentum, we could possibly get it long, right? But until then, I don't really feel that we can get into that. Down now in consolidation. Again, this is a no trade zone. As always, putting a white box there to remind myself especially that I don't trade there. So let's wait and see. If we get down here, retest, and then we can push, try to break the nine. Like, who knows? I definitely think that we need to. I feel like we should need to pull back a little bit and cool off. But just because it needs to cool off doesn't mean it will do that now. Could do it later. So, anyways, so Dow is still continuing to fall. DAX is not really doing much. So let's look at that on my the ones. I do like the opportunity of possibly going short here. All right, so Dow, we're starting to see breakdown. So it's trying. I mean, I guess maybe not. It's rain, but we've had some big candles. We just kind of broke this low right here. So we are looking to make new. Yeah, I guess they're equal, aren't they? Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at all these tiny little candles, just nothing. No volume whatsoever, and then bam. That's why we don't trade pre-London. Used to, but I try not to anymore. Data says that I suck at it anyways. So, okay, so now we're pushing back up. So it'll be interesting to see, do we now start pushing up with volume, or are we just going to push back down? DAX still has not dropped down. As I said, DAX needs to come down to this red line before I'm going to be willing to get in long. If not, it'll just take off without us. And if it does, that's okay, because that's where we consider getting in on the Dow if we go long. They tend to follow each other. Not always, as we've seen a few times, but I would say vast majority. I mean, we could actually look at that. Yeah. Correlation between US 30 and DAX. I need. Okay, so US 30, right, Dow, and DAX. Whatever, if they insist. So, right, so we see some slight variations here, like maybe right there, but for the most part, as you can see, very, very, very similar. Very, very similar. Year to date, again, very, very similar. Not quite as big moves. It's not quite as volatile as the Dow, as we see in this section, but a lot of times tends to move the same. So there you have it. All right, so DAX continuing to push up. Dow continuing to try to push up. New 5-minute candle. And it looks like we're pushing back down. But let's see. Do we push down to the 9, pick up a wick, turn green? Then honestly, I would be tempting to get in if we have enough, see enough momentum moving up to get in. Right now, no such thing. We're just barcoding. Personally, I'd like to see it break down because I would feel much more confident of taking a short of my just like where I would my target was on the short. Like, so if it breaks down, then came up, like we could be aiming for there. That's just a beautiful trade, right? If it goes long, then we're like we've got all these wicks over here, which I don't like. We've got that this way, so like we can go up to here, but again, as I said, a short honestly would be more my cup of tea. But let's see now. Let's see if we can pick up a wick and start pushing out of here. But again, so choppy right now. Like you got to be careful. Said there really was nowhere to get in here. Could, but I said we need to get down to here. I wanted to see at least like this was half of the candle retracement, but just your stop loss would have to be like because you couldn't enter when it was down here. You'd have to enter once you saw momentum going up, and then your stop loss would have to be here. Like it just didn't make sense. So anyway, Dow breaking down again. Horrible price action. So we're just watching paint dry right now. So green, red, green, red. Been doing that a lot. So green, red, green. Like it's just a lot of chop right now. There's no good price action. We'll see if we can fix it, get some more decent price action here in the next hour or over the next, we may need to wait till 4 o'clock to really see things move, but who knows? Let's wait and see. Um, Again, yeah, on the 15th, I like this little thing sweep of the highs over here. So could we see, and again, that lines up kind of with all these wicks over here. So could we see this now reject and push down? Like, I like that, but who knows? Let's wait and see. So we're starting to the nine still kind of holding us as support here. So pushing up now again. But as I say, I hesitate to buy because we don't really see any momentum out of here. It's just, again, pushing up and down, pushing, pulling, prodding, but not really going up. So if anything, I'll probably wait, see if we can get a break up, pull back, and then we enter. Because right now I don't want to enter with all of this chop over here to the left. Like we've seen it reject here twice. So I need to see some specific reasons to think why I should go long. So I need confirmation, push out, pull back, and then we get in. And if we don't, we don't. Right? Like it's not a big deal. On the 15-minute, honestly, like yeah, I mean we could be this gap could be a target, but I'm just not seeing any volume right now. No momentum. I guess volume and momentum is they're separate, right? I use them interchangeably. I know that's wrong, but anyways. So DAX, new highs on DAX. DAX has been flying. Now, if it's correlated, then we're thinking, okay, DAX is flying. Could we see the same thing happen with Dow? Possibly. But if we look at DAX, like I'm not touching DAX. We're like 80 on the RSI right now, which again, I don't take trades based off the RSI, but it keeps me from taking trades. So I use it as kind of a safety net to keep me from getting in against, when getting in too late, right? If the RSI is already high, it means I've missed the train. So wait, let it cool down, maybe re-enter again. If it comes back down to this red line, I'm still interested in going long if we're given a reason to, right? So this is still here for a reason. If it comes down here, we see a bounce, we could try to get in long, but right now, just not seeing it. DAX, Dow still just barcoding. So we broke high of day on DAX. Dow coming down. Coming up now on Dow. DAX still continuing to push. Oh, dang. So we just now broke the high of the first opening candle. But again, we may just be breaking, and now we're going to push back down. Still not seeing enough for me to just want to get in long for sure. So still just waiting. Excuse me. Again, pushing up on Dow here. Honestly, looking like, well, I'm feeling like we're honestly probably going to go bullish. We haven't made lower lows here, like lower, higher, slightly higher. So we're still like kind of working our way up. Pushing that back down, so rejecting this again. We've been rejected here a lot as well. So like we closed above, but we didn't stay above. We closed up, but didn't make a new higher high, went down, closed, couldn't stay up, went down. So again, oof, we've rejected this level a lot. Rejected here as well. Over this low, pretty rejected here as well. Like we did have this breakout, but we've rejected this, essentially we're right around the 3,500's up here, but we're close to 3,500. We've been rejecting it, so let's wait and see. So if you're a betting man, you can probably short Dow right here and just try to short it down here for a 1-to-1. Like statistics say, it's in the box. This is where it's gonna go, right? But not my trading style, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I mean, this is like watching paint dry here. I'm not willing to get in. I'm not willing to get in long here. It's just not enough of a pullback. I mean, we could say now at this point, comes down to here, perhaps. Like now that's pushed up to here. If it came down here, maybe we could go long. But just not where it is. Not my style. Maybe someone's, but it's not enough of a pullback. Like it's due for a pullback. We're still over one. So need to just wait and be patient. Dow finally trying to make a move. Now, DAX does line up. Like, it's tempting to go long. It's overbought. We haven't really retraced much, no matter how you look at it. Like, yeah, we need to retrace there. I'm trying to make a break for it. All right, so now we have breakout. Now let's see if we can get a retest. We're rejecting again, so let's see where we close in the next 2 minutes. If they can close above the red, if they can close honestly up here, come down, retest the red, and then swap, flip, then maybe we start aiming for up there. So definitely looking bullish at this moment. I'd like to enter there, go up there, just stop loss probably just here. There's our big push. Again, let's see where we close. That's why we don't buy impulse candles, folks. If we bought this up here, we're down in drawdown. May still go back up, right? But we're waiting to see where it closes. So so again, that's why we didn't buy on the DAX either. Just wasn't low enough. So let's watch, continue to wait and see. Big push up on Dow. Let's see where we close. It pushed all the way up to here and then rejected hard down below the red line. So let's just be patient. So far, nothing that would behoove us to get in. Again, not can't go short either. Like, let's make this box bigger because this is just all consolidating. All we've done is just consolidating here. Same thing, price is still here. I mean, it tried to go up, but it's not. So we're still consolidating. DAX, we have much better price action as we move down, up, down. So this is looking better. Not quite as far down as I would like it, admittedly, but let's see. Let's see what happens if Dow hits this 9, and then we can reverse up. DAX essentially has hit where I wanted it to. Maybe not exactly, but it's close enough for my purposes where I wouldn't mind considering getting in. But problem is all these wicks over here to the left, right? So I just want to be cautious. Like, I just don't like the looks of it. Not a good reason why, honestly. It just, that's a lot of rejecting wicks up here in consolidation before finally going up and now coming down. And that's a big candle down. I would like to see it slowing down for a few candles first. Like we had two down and then we just have a big one up. I don't want to buy that one because that tends to be a fake out unless it comes down, slows down, and then goes back up. But right now, other reason why I'm hesitant to get in long here is because we look like Dow rejected, which means DAX could reject. Now it may not because it's trying to push up, but right now, just not much happening. Have my finger to buy DAX, but we may miss it too because now we had that big move up. May have just slightly missed it, right? Could have gotten in a little earlier. But let's wait and see. Just don't like the way the price action looks. It's muddy. We have all this, then down, and then up, and then this, and then down, and then up. It just, yeah, it just doesn't look good. Dow's still getting rejected again. Just consolidating, as I said. Such bad price action. So I'm still not in anything. I could have gotten in DAX possibly. We could have gotten in right here. Um, but I don't like the looks of this. Like wick up, wick. Like I just don't like it. 9 is holding it, but just there's not much movement or consolidating. I mean, Dow's still consolidating as well. So as far as I'm concerned, this is becoming a bit of a base here, though. So if we do at some point drop below this today, we could start looking at shorting it. Still hasn't been able to make a new high here. Be interested to see where we close in the next 40 seconds. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, it's like this is just like doji. I mean, we did have this little rejecting like here, which is nice, but let's see. Here, again, not much. Right, trying to make a new high, still hasn't made a new high though. Or to be closed in the next 12 seconds. Okay, so we closed above, but barely. We have these long, we have all these wicks, though. Wick, 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 wick. Like nothing is. We need to see some momentum here. We don't have any momentum down, possibly. Yeah, it came down. If this flips green, come on in. Huh? Yeah.
เซทำไม่ได้ต้อง for อะไรเดียบริษัทเอเจนซี่
Okay.
if I ไม่ต้องไปอันนั้นนะ
Right,
เป็นนิว
right. Okay. Well, we can try.
เดี๋ยวเขาซื้อที่อื่นไม่มีมันมี
Okay.
แค่ของบริษัท
Okay.
ใช่
Do we have to give them money?
เนาะ
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
อันนี้เขาว่าถ้าซ่อมไอ้ไม่รู้ว่าเอ็นมี1000มิลลิแต่ว่าวันนี้ไม่ว่างแล้วของ
Okay. Okay. Okay.
คิดว่าต้องหาเบอร์เดี๋ยว
For LG. I did,
LG
yeah, might be, but we can try to find it. I'll look.
ค่ะ
Okay. Thank you. All right, so we broke up. I was in the middle of a conversation though, and kind of missed that. So let's see now if we can get a bit of a retest. Dow still like again, not really going anywhere. I like this push up on Dow. So let's see. Not really a new higher high though. And now we're pushing down. Again, we're not seeing momentum to the upside for sure. Trying to get a refrigerator fixed. So pushing up. There's a big push. All right, so 5 seconds left. Where do we close? Probably just going to keep going up. A lot of times when you see this candle with no wick, you get a lot of pressure upward. We're going to see a continuation. But again, now maybe we go up a little bit more and can come down and retest properly, and then we can, we can buy it off that retest. Because now this is the proper break above. Like that's what we needed to see. Now we need to get a pullback. So if we can get a pullback, as I said, it'd be nice to get a pullback to here somewhere. Stop under there. So it's definitely coming down. I haven't had much going on today. This has been a very slow start. Finally got to move out of here, but yeah, now it's too high, so we need to wait and see if we can get a pullback. DAC just consolidating. Okay, so here's a proper retest. Now let's watch. Where do we go? See if we close below here, or now we start to reject. Continuing to break down, but let's see if we can pick up a wick. Good. Being patient today has kept us from getting us stopped out multiple times, so those are all wins for us. Yeah, now we're breaking down below. Big move down. But again, this does not necessarily mean we're going short because we can see this big, a lot of times we'll see this big move down and now we'll start pushing back up again as well, kind of like fades out high, comes down, but then goes back up. Like we don't know yet. So could just continue breaking down, obviously. If it does, I'd be willing to pick up Dow, like I would like to pick up DAX, I mean, over here. Dow, there's so much consolidation here. I'd really have to wait or see some serious momentum. But let's see where we close in, honestly, in the next minute and a half. Because as I said, we could just pick up a wick. Remember how yesterday we dropped on us, wicked us out, and then proceeded to fly like exactly where we thought it was going to go? We avoided this here, waiting patiently for that pullback. So I'm really proud of us for that because that's not easy at times. Okay, so where do we close in the next 45 seconds? Or honestly, let's see if we close above the 9. Now, we are way above the 200 still. And I say way, quite a ways. But this is a big candle coming down. Like this is so it'll be interesting to see what we do here. Honestly, this way, with such a big candle and it rejecting this many times up here, if we can get a retest up here, I might be willing to take it short even in this consolidation, just because we see how many times it was rejected here. And this was just a bigger rejection. So fake out again up here, come down, and now we start going short. But we're going to have to wait and see. As I said, I'm not going to short it unless we got like came up here again, maybe retest up here, and now we should come back down. So let's just be patient. This also could just get a big candle and start pushing up out of here too. So I just want to be cognizant of that. Because honestly, it hasn't really broken the trend line here. Honestly, that trend line kind of goes all the way down here, right? So it's kind of been so still hasn't broken it yet. But let's wait. So let's see if it pushes out or if we reject now. Pushing. DAX starting to push. Again, nothing yet, because again, this could easily just come up here and like now reject, and we have a big wick. So like, there's not much we can do right now. This is a big bearish candle. To buy that is ballsy. So we're just gonna wait. So if this closes anywhere above the red line, we wait for a retest, and then we could get in long for sure. But again, we want to wait until this candle closes because we don't know which way this is going to go. I think we're going up. Look at DAX. Nice. New high, but rejecting. Let's see if we continue to push. I do like DAX potentially here in 2 minutes. So potentially like comes up. We've cooled off a bit on the RSI. So if this comes up and we retest here, then maybe we can go long again. Again, we're aiming for up there. Like there's not much between there. Dow, like we have this wick now, so now we're rejecting it. That's like a big rejecting wick here on the one. So check this out. We could get a wick here. There's a reason we weren't buying yet because now we could close below here and then we start to really push down. Again, fake out up here, take out stops of anyone who was going short here, and now we start sucking back down. So let's it just hasn't a lot of this hasn't made looked really good yet, but I'm still like I can't go in long yet. It just there's been too much showing, like too much of this has been just showing rejection of it wanting to go up. It has, but not with authority. And then we have all these big candle like, yeah, we're rejecting again. So again, I can't even if this closes right, if it closed right here, I couldn't really go long because we have this big rejecting wick. Like I'm not gonna try to go long against that wick. Like anything this wick is saying, like go short. So they most definitely could go long because we did make a new higher high, but we rejected it pretty convincingly. So let's see where they close it. If it closes below here, we could then see a push down. And if it turns red, like I would be selling it. I can get rid of this because honestly, I'm not interested in a buy right now. If it turns, like I'd be interested in something like this. Okay, let's go look at DAX. Because we essentially have a retest here, right? Again, I would like to see it pull down here first a bit farther. It's just so hard to read anything. It's just not good price action. Like we need a bigger pullback. And if we don't get it, it's fine. Just let it keep going until it decides to start going short, and then we catch it on the way back down. I want to see this come down here and then pick up a wick. Purple line. Still waiting for it to reject. If we reject here and we turn red, I'm buying right there. Stop. Who knows? Maybe there. And then, yeah, there's so much. Like, we could aim for low of day if we really wanted to. There's not much standing in the way of that. Dax still not pulled back far enough. Needs to come back farther. Down moving the opposite direction though, so my guess is Dax may follow suit, but I'd like it if it dropped down a bit farther, then we can pick it up. Again, Dax is a Dow's trying to push up, but it's not. It's gotta. It may just come up, fill this wick, and then reject again. It's still just not good price action, as I said. Just look at this, just garbage. So this looks nice on the DAX. Okay, so I'd like to see it push down a little farther. But if not, we could take this. But I don't know. Now I'm in. Probably too tight of stop loss, but I'm going in with momentum. Entered on that big candle, pushing up. So let's see if we can now push on out of here. Consolidating. Should have had a lower stop loss. But let's see. Coming back down for a retest. Can we push back up now? Are we going to knock us out and then push back up? Also very possible. Yeah, we're out. Okay. So, lesson learned. Probably should have had a tighter stop loss. I mean, looser stop loss, at least at the 9 where I thought. Um, but that's okay. That's okay. We did enter with momentum, so I actually don't mind that trade. Just didn't work out our way. And maybe a little bit of FOMO-y, but it came down momentum. This could have easily gone up to this wick, and then we move our stop loss to break even. So again, not too crazy, not too disappointed. All right. I'm going short on this, and the reason why is we've rejected this too many times, just based off all of that. But that's a reversal, so probably a bit stupid on my part, and I'll be done for the day if it doesn't work out. But everything leads me to believe that we're going to push down hard. And sometimes you look like an absolute stinking genius. But kind of against my rules, so I'm going to move my stop loss to break even and see what happens. Yeah, that's based off of some analysis on my part, but was it really a great trade because my rules? Do I think it's going to fall like a rock? Yeah, I do. And it could just suck up and knock us out like that too. All right. Well, that was interesting. Didn't make a little new lower low here. Let's just be patient though. Let's be patient. That's why I got it. That spread was really wide. Did go against my rules. Come in.
เขาบอกว่าส่งอันเนี้ย but I don't know where they said
Refrigerator. What is that?
like by the refrigerator number
Oh, it's on the back.
ข้างหลัง
Yeah, the back of it. Thank you.
This one is good.
Top, bottom mount. She's side by side. Yes.
Amen.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, so I'm glad we got out of that, right? But yeah, look at that, man. Still respecting this trend line, but rejecting this hard as well. I don't even know, man. Not a great day for trading. Could consider just being done for the day, but I don't like the price action. But we're 2 minutes away from the close of this hour, so let's see what 4 o'clock brings us. We can start seeing some movement. Fifteen is not helping us, but we do have a lot of wicks. Yeah, I can't go bullish again, not against this tops over these tops over here. Like again, it would have to go above that now for us to consider going bullish. All right, let's try the short one more time because I do think it's going short. but we need to break these lows there. There we go. Let's see if we can keep that going. Could just pop back up, which is why my stop loss is at break even. Because again, bit of a risky trade. I just, as I said, this is more going on gut. Should we be trading on just gut? Maybe not, honestly, but this is something I've seen a lot, and we've seen it try to go up. It hasn't, so we're just honestly we're trading on educated guess here. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? Like that's not a big deal. Gonna risk $10 on it, let it come back up this candle if it needs to. And let's see if we can push this bad boy out of here. Like we could drop a long ways. Could also just come down here and bounce, which is why, okay, break even, break even. But let's see. We're definitely in an area where I feel like we could drop a lot. But we could also expect price to come back up here to retest. So, trying to be cognizant of that as well. Got a minute, 30 seconds though. We're still dropping. So, looking good. What we need to do is get it to break the screen here though. So, let's wait and see. So, what we could do here now, it could just bounce, push back out, could come up, retest, and then go back down. So, just really interested where we close here in the next minute. Hopefully, we can keep from pushing all the way back up here. But again, we could kind of expect price to this move. This is half of that move. So, anyway, let's continue watching and monitoring. We really need to break through here with some momentum. We do have this nice big candle, so I'm hoping that 30, let's see where we close in 33 seconds. If we get knocked out, it's okay because it's not really a base trade. I took this one on a kind of a whim. Just because of how much consolidation, how many times we've rejected this. So I don't want to risk anything on it. As I said, against my rules a little bit, yeah. But I like how it looks, honestly, as a trade. So this rejection here, big rejection came up, and then this big rejection, it's enough to get in. So we're at 1R now. You could get out at 1R here. I am playing this for a break just because of the volume that we have. Like wick, 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 wick. Big volume down. I'd like to see this push down now. Same here. So same here. We're right at this level, so it'll be interesting to see if we can break that or not. Again, we'd expect it to come up half of this candle, maybe come up to the 9. If it comes up here, then yeah, we're knocked out of the trade, and that's fine because then maybe it goes long. So let's just watch what happens here. I actually like to see these green candles occasionally because we got to cool off a little. We got to come up in order to keep going back down. So let's see if we come up, maybe up to here, and then we can start pushing back down again. Want to give it a little room to breathe. There's a nice push down. Let's see if we can make a new lower low. Watch that on the one. Ooh, nice. Now, what we want to avoid is this push down, tapped into this, which we had here for a reason, and now we push back up. But that was a big move down. That's like, that's momentum. So let's see if we can keep that momentum down. Otherwise, now I am moving my stop loss to break even because that could have been all it needs to come back up. So let's wait and see. We needed to see that in order to keep going lower, but now are we going to come all the way up is the question. DAX is trying, Dow is trying too. Could see Dow reject off that though. That could be considered a retest there right now. 9, and then comes back down. So we anticipate it come up half this candle. We're about ready to get stopped out. And we're out. So it was a worthy try. Do we dare try to go long off that bounce is the question. So that was a retest. Price coming down. Let's go long. Wait for it to flip. Oh, is it going the wrong way? Oh, it's going the wrong way. Crap. This flips. We're going to try to take it long. All right, so we stopped out there. And we stopped out there. I'm hoping that this rejection, this is bigger momentum, is now going to push us out of here. We're entered here. Still going up for there. So stop is somewhere. I don't even know where our stop is. Big candle somewhere around here. That would have been nice on that. If we entered there, we just had our direction wrong, so that sucks. But it's okay. Love to see this break all these wicks here. said we definitely may have gotten in a bit premature, but we did wait for a break, wait for it to come down, retest, come up. Not super proud of all my trades today, but were they awful? No. Well, shorting this one was stupid, right? So did break that red line, but let's see where we close the next minute. Consolidating again, we could just now peel off drop, but there's the push we need. Let's see if we finally have enough push to actually get out of here. 30 seconds. Where did I buy Dow? DAX up there. Retest, and then somewhere up here. Yeah, I don't think I put that in here. So I had came down, retested, went. So that's where I was. All right, so DAX is really pushing. Let's see now if Dow can push. 5 seconds left. Nice move. Gap slightly down on the close, coming down red, but let's see if we can open up green. Push out of here. Hello. Ah, no problem. What's up? He doesn't have time. He says he can probably fix the small ones for like 1,000 or 1,200 baht, but he doesn't have time today. But Dow said he could come back and probably fix them for 1,000 baht. The small ones up here, yeah. I don't know. The ones up here, he looked at the refrigerator up here, but like the other ones too, I guess he can fix. He just needs to come back. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. For sure. For sure. Love you, baby. Enjoy shopping. All right. Well, enjoy. All right. Bye. Okay. So again, we're pushing here. We've taken some ill-advised trades, but yeah, we're pushing now. Made a new higher high. We have so much consolidation now that I do feel like we'll to keep it from dropping, that I feel like we could keep going higher for sure. I'm not moving to break even yet, but tell you what I'll do is I'll move to this right there. So we got to give it some room to retrace. Did break this now. Now let's see if we can get some momentum to push on out of here. 2 minutes left, so playing pretty much quite a bit of time now. This is nice. So again, let's see if we can continue to push. If we can close above here, come down and retest it. That would be beautiful. So let's see if we can close above this red line. Moving my stop to break even, we went to 1.5 R. I don't want to lose stuff if we now snap back. We definitely went a long ways up, so now let's see where we close. Tempting to get out of it now, but I think, like analysis says, we've got room to go. So fill up this wick, but we did essentially come up to here. So let's see what happens. That would be my target right there. Let's see where we close in 30 seconds. So a lot of momentum upwards. Don't really want to close it after such a strong upward movement. So let's see where we close. 5 seconds. Let's give it some room to pull back. As I said, now we pull back to the red line, and then we start pushing out of here. So let's try that. Auto momentum upwards still. We're gonna have a couple little pullbacks, so one or two little red candles shouldn't bother us. Could pull back and get knocked out, but whatever, we're in a no risk trade. So let's see if we reject this. Again, might need to pull back to add this red line, and then we rotate up. So let's give it some time. Cool off a little bit. I do like how DAX is pushing, so hopefully we can push up to this red line. That's what I would love to see. It's tempting to want to get out and just take our win, take our break even for the day, but that would essentially be getting out in fear because to me, this is a reasonable thing. Like the only reason we're getting out is to make ourselves feel better. So let's see if we can push out of here now. Dax pushing. Dow pushing. Still 2 minutes. So plenty of time, but we did reject up there twice now. So tempting to get out here. But we haven't even retested here. I'd like to see it go up and fill that wick. Hasn't broken down. We rejected this high, but I won't say we rejected. We made a new high, but we have 2 wicks up there on the 1 minute. So let's see what happens now. We've got this candle, one more minute of this candle. Let's see where we close it. Especially if we can close above this red line, we can turn around and push out of here, which we're pushing now. But I'm tempted to get out. If we reject this, I'm gonna probably get out because that's for me that's enough. Like I just want to get out. Maybe we get out at 50 bucks or something. But let's see. Let's see if we can push here in the last 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm rejecting. Missed the $50 mark, and now I'm not going to close it now because then we're leaving stuff on the table. So let's just let it play. We did break above here. We've got some good support here, possibly. And if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. That's okay. It'd be disappointing if we get stopped out for sure. Looks like it's coming down for us hard. Can the 9 save it is the question. Probably should have closed it when we had the chance. Big spread right now. And there we go. Got stopped out. That there is very disappointing. Don't know if we should have closed at 80 or what, but anyways, that was disappointing. Well, we had a good move, and we just didn't execute. But break even, like, but the thing is, we could have exited here. Just aim it from here. Wanted 1R, 2R. Okay. Okay. I guess. All right. So we're trying short one more time on DAX. Ooh, dang. Wow. Okay. Just because of that huge move. Now, we are at break even, so like who knows if it's going to just suck back up. But let's see. That was a big move. Now, do we close here or do we hold on? What goes down can come back up. Those are some two big moves. Important questions. Let's see if we can get it to drop a bit farther. Otherwise, maybe we just get out. But with such momentum, maybe we can pop all the way. Let's see if we can break through. This is frozen. It's frozen. I don't really know why, but we're coming back up. So again, I don't know why it's frozen. I'll throw out my MT4 here. You guys can watch this live with me. Oof. Wow. All right. Now, I want to close half of this and then let half of it run. So let's see if we can close half of this. I don't honestly know how to do it from my computer. Just waiting a second. Wow, maybe I should have closed it earlier, but anyway, we're watching this together. So All right, so I'm out at with half there. Because of this big move, I think we could keep going. But what I want to do is, because I think we could come all the way down here. So what I did is I've been talking about with my brother about experimenting with this. Because I think my analysis tells me, but we have this right here. So let's exit with 1R. We're just down $10 for the day. No big deal. And now we see if this bad boy can't run because I think it could go quite a ways. So let's see. Should we refresh it? See if that helps. Appears to be moving now. This back to my other screen. Okay. So let's see if we can break this again. Otherwise, we're going to suck back up again like we did previously. So but the nice thing is now we can leave our stop loss there because we would expect price to have to retrace. So just moving our stop loss and trailing stop loss, I actually don't like that because then the chance that price comes back up here first is pretty high. So I want to let it give it room. So we closed half of it. And now let's see if we can keep pushing out of here. Otherwise, we'll just push it back up, which if it does, it's fine. But kind of retesting here on the Dow, we'd anticipate price to push up half of this candle. Rejecting nicely. So I'm watching this because again, maybe I just get out and take my profits, like right. But I do feel that we could push down. So I could trail my stop to here, but we're bouncing right off here. But if we can push down now, maybe we could break down out here. So it's just watching it. Um, but we do appear to be, you know, essentially respecting this support here. Nice, but we keep getting broken up. So let's see which way we like. I'd like to watch the open of the next candle before I really decide because we are trying to close red at least, which is helpful. 1 minute left. Big push down. There we go. Pop down. Now we can trail our stop. Dow really falling. Let's see where we close. 15 seconds. Still pushing down. All right, I'm just getting out now because we're still right here. I don't want it to come up. I'm good with that. We waited. We got a nice. That was just a solid $125 trade. We end up 0.6 up for the day. So well done, everybody. I'm done for the day. It's almost time for me to be done trading. So you have a good one. And again, well done on the trading. I'm not proud of all my trades today. Like this was a perfect trade. We could have gotten in there. This trade retest in long, let it go, but that was a good trade. So overall, we'll take what we can get and we'll continue to improve in the future. So you have a good one. Take care.